Creative Tribe. This is Pauline Dugald. I am your resident creative focus coach. And in this video, I'm going to talk about focus and creativity and how focus and creativity really go together. One of the things about the focus is that it is dependent on our state of overall whole being, overall our well-being, because focus comes from our ability to divert all of our attention to one subject area and just be able to do something with that attention. However, there's different side to focus when you are creative. When you are tasked with creating something seemingly out of nowhere. For example, you write in a post, you write in a book, you compose in the music, you are creating a painting. Yes, you know how to do it and you know how to focus your attention on the task. But the additional element that is required for the creation of that kind is the inspiration behind it. And there are days when it's just not available. It's not present for whatever reason. Our attention span is diverted. It is, you could say that it is broken down into different little categories, and we are looking at multiple directions at the same time. Those days happen, and they can affect your creativity, because on those days you can likely do something mechanically, methodically, repetitively, but if it requires your spirit to be present, if it requires more of you to be invested in the process and you just don't have it, then the creation process will not go as well as you would expect it to be. And that is something that I found for myself when I am working on creative projects. And some days the focus just dissipates the moment you wake up. And no matter how much you try to bring it back, it's sort of like wild horse. It starts going off in its own direction. Some days you just have to let it go and let it run and not try to resist that. However, if you have a deadline and you absolutely must produce something creative by the end of the day, then you have to use other methods. One of the methods that I personally use is the moving meditation. Meditation in general is very useful for letting the mind just pass through, letting the thoughts just pass through your mind. But for me, sitting meditation has never really worked that well. And I strive to use meditation in a way that uses my entire body. So moving meditation could be anything from just walking in nature or dancing or any kind of movement. Recently, I have found a really awesome way to get that moving meditation really quickly and really effectively. And I discovered VR headset with certain programs that allow you to move to the music. For me personally, that provides the most effect and focuses my mind back onto the present moment, because it is related to full embodiment. As we know in science, there is a state called flow state, which is being in the zone. And one of the aspects that help us get into that state is being able to sense the feedback from all of our body. Moving meditation or exercises like that can really help you get in touch with your body and collect yourself back. It's almost actually getting out of your head and into your body, because when we are in the head, there are all kinds of thoughts that are happening there is chaos, and it's hard to focus when there's so much happening. So you need to bring yourself back into the body where the present moment is occurring. So that is what I have found for myself. If you want to try that, if you don't have access to VR, you don't have to have that. All you need is just find an activity that you find enjoyable, that utilizes your entire body. It might need to be a little bit challenging so you can really be focused on doing something, but even just walking can be a great way to collect yourself back. And you can see that once you do that, your creative focus and your inspiration comes back you are able to find those aspects of yourself that really are part of the process and bring them forward a little more. That also relates to how well rested you are. So, on one hand, you could be just having a lot of thoughts in your head, being all up in your mind, and that will distract you. But if, in addition to that, you are also tired and exhausted, if it's at the end of the week and you've spent not, if you didn't have enough sleep, if you didn't take care of yourself properly, physiologically, you have depleted some of your resources. So, it's very important to be in tune with that, be in tune with the needs of your body, so that you can at least maintain the baseline of what is required for you to be present. Then use other methods and techniques to bring yourself back to be fully available. So that is my message for today. Trust this was helpful. Please share if that is something that you think others will benefit from. Subscribe, like this video so others can see it as well. And I am working on a project right now, which will be a workshop for creatives to overcome the resistance and learn how to fail better. If you are interested in that workshop, there is going to be a link in the description where you can subscribe and enter your information so that I can let you know when it will be ready for when it will be fully on. And you can also advise me what kind of things you would like to be covered in that kind of workshop. So that's a great opportunity. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time.